Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on Lockdown Wednesday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go up to our friends over in Queensland. Of course, go to Sandgate Hawks in particular, of course, with the under-15s. And of course, we've got a very special guest on the show. Of course, her name is Izzy. She joins us right now. Thanks, Izzy, for joining us.
Thank you, Will, for having me.
No worries. Well, 2 weeks to go before finals. Number one, are your team in contention for finals, and how's the season travelling?
So we are definite for grand final. We're on top. We are undefeated. So yeah, I'm very proud of our efforts. So this season so far, we've been doing really well, beating teams like by a lot of points. There's been some very close matches, just by 4 points against the second team. So hopefully we can hold out in the grand final.
Now, you mentioned that you are undefeated at the moment. Obviously, 2 weeks to go before the grand final because of the shortened season.
Yeah.
Number one, are you excited that he's going to obviously play in the grand final in 3 weeks' time? And number two, are you nervous that to try to keep that undefeated streak alive?
Definitely. Before every game, we have a pep talk with our coach, and he's always telling us to strive just for the win. And like after every team like we win against, like we're very proud of ourselves. So I think that if we can get the win in the end and the grand final win, I think he'll be very proud of us. Like I think it'll be a huge accomplishment. I think we're very nervous, like all the time. I think before every game we're nervous. So yeah.
Now tell us a little bit about your coach, and especially how special is to be playing under that particular coach or coaches.
Yeah. So this is my first year at Sandgate. So I was at North Lakes before this. So when I first met Ben Long, I just finished playing in the regionals with his daughter, and he asked my mum over text because we were planning on moving to another team because all the girls in my old team were so young and they were all staying under. He asked if I wanted to join his team. So yeah, with playing with his daughter and these girls who are much older than me, I thought it would be like a huge opportunity. And I've learnt so much of them already, so it's amazing. And like Ben is such an amazing coach, and he's just like an amazing person. Like he's always encouraging the girls if we do something bad. Like he's stern and he's very confident in us, and he always has faith in us. So yeah, he's a very amazing person.
Now, you just mentioned his daughter, Lucy, who we had on the show yesterday.
Yeah, his daughter, his older one, Evie. Yeah, so there's Evie and Lucy, yeah.
Tell us, I'm sure you might have had a chance to play with Lucy there at Sandgate. I guess if you have, how special is it to play alongside her?
She's just an aspiring athlete. She's full of passion for the sport. She's always keen and ready to play. I always ask her before every game if she's confident. I always ask her how she's going. She's always pumped and she's ready to play. So yeah.
Now, obviously, it's a remarkable team. Going through the season undefeated. Not many teams can get this far, especially in a shortened season. I guess, tell us, when I'm sure you had a pretty long pre-season before the lockout happened at the start of the year, before you got back into it later in the year. I guess when the lockout happened, were you optimistic that you were going to get back on the field again?
From all the news we were constantly watching at home, I was thinking about like if we were ever going to get back and if we were ever going to like play all together again, or like I was thinking this season wasn't going to happen. I was just thinking about having to like stay active during the off season. So yeah, like I wasn't that positive, but I was hoping we get back out there.
Now, obviously, it did come true in regards to you've got the chance to get back on the field. Obviously, as we mentioned, your team's undefeated at the moment. Tell us a bit about the team and tell us a couple of players we should watch out for in the team, and you can't include yourself.
I definitely have to say Evie though. She'd have to be one of the best on the team. Probably I'd have to say also Olivia Lupo. She tackles so hard, like, yeah, she could give you a concussion in a minute. Like, she is just absolutely insane when she tackles. I'm scared of her when we do trainings and she has to come at me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she gives me bruises.
Team is amazing, and obviously I know it was tough for you to answer that question, obviously, because obviously the team, you didn't want to single anyone out.
Yeah.
But I guess for you, being the first year at Sandgate, and obviously now you're on your way to a grand final, it doesn't matter what happens the next 2 weeks. Did you ever dreamt of that? And I guess, how lucky is that for you, being your first?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like when I went to the club this first year, I didn't have much confidence as like just going in and meeting new people. It's not really my forte. Like, I mean, these girls have like really looked after me and like showed me the ways, and I have so many new friends from now. Like, I wouldn't have the slightest idea. I never thought we'd come back even. So, it's absolutely amazing. Like knowing we have like a huge chance of winning this thing.
Tell us a bit about your parents and your family. How special have they been in your footy journey so far?
My parents have been amazing. They've been my absolute idols. Like they have done everything for me. Like the amount of times I've lost mouth guards too, like they've bought me new ones. The amount of stuff they do for me, like I don't know what competitions are going on. They always tell me about them. My mum, she's just all over the place. She loves watching me play. She is like inspiring. She's just so energetic when it comes to watching me play footy. She's always before every game, she's like, "You ready?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's just amazing. I love her. And my dad, he's cool as. He's just, yeah, we love him too.
Now, you mentioned that your team's been absolutely dominating everyone in the competition, except for one close game against the team you possibly might be versing in the grand final in 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, say. Tell us who's that team, and are you confident, that you can blow them away if you do verse them again?
So the team was Jindalee Jags, and they were absolutely incredible when we versed them. Yeah, I was very nervous coming up against them, knowing that the teams that we versed and like the points scored against each team was so close. We won 27-23. It was a very close game, and like the amount of teamwork we had to put in. Like when we got there, we weren't as focused as we should have been. I thought, and I don't think we put enough effort into the first quarter. But after halftime, our coach sat us down and got a bit angry for a bit. But he really like made us focus a lot more, and I think we put the effort in the second half and we finally brought it through. So yeah.
Now, Izzy, you might as well tell us a bit about your team's captain and obviously your I guess leadership group there.
So we have a captain and 2 vice captains. So Evie is our captain. So we got to vote our captains for this year. So we chose Evie as captain, and then we decided to do a younger girl who was brought from the from the younger years, and we also chose one of our girls who will leave next year and go up. So we chose for our younger girls Montana. And for our older girls, we chose Monique. So those girls during training are absolutely incredible. They do our warm-ups for us and everything. I swear sometimes we don't even need a coach. They are just they're all over the place. They know what they're doing. Yeah, so those girls are absolutely so supported towards these girls. So yeah.
I love your word all over the place on that one. Now, I have to ask you, Izzy, how did you get involved in footy and why did you choose it?
So my mum actually got me involved in footy. So I was playing netball before this. But when I just lost a love for netball. So my mum got me into footy, and I only stopped netball only because of my height. I was a goal attack. So when I started playing, all these girls in the goal defense were just so much taller than me. So I was tiny. And then mum got me into footy because she says you don't even need to be tall for this hard. Look at Eddie Bet. So yeah, so I got into footy, and ever since then I've just started to enjoy it that much. I want to play in the AFLW someday, and it's just absolutely incredible. So yeah.
Now, I have to ask you on this next question. What position do you play on the field? And if you had a preferred position where you'd love to convince your coach Ben to put you, where would that be?
I don't think I have a convinced position exactly, but I love where I play because I love running. I like playing in the mids. Yeah, I loving running around and just helping the forwards and getting the ball down to them and then kicking a goal, just knowing I've assisted them. So I think that's my preferred position. So yeah.
What will be some highlights throughout your footy journey so far?
My highest achievement, I would have to say, would have to be winning the gala night last year for the under 13 girls Brisbane. I think that was my highest achievement, knowing I've versed these top 4 girls that these umpires have chosen, and I was chosen as the best. I think it's very inspiring for me. I think that's been my highest achievement all my life so far. So yeah.
Following up from that, what did that award mean to you?
Oh, it meant so much. Just knowing after every game, these umpires have voted for me as the best player on ground. I think I think it helps lead me into the future for my career, and knowing I can use it for stuff. I think it helps me in jobs too, knowing that if I want to be a physio too, I can put it down as one of my achievements.
Now, obviously you mentioned before that you want to play in the AFLW.
Yeah.
Do you have any other future ambitions in the sport?
Well, this year I was meant to go to Mackay for regionals, but COVID, and it was the first time me going on a plane too, so I was nervous about that. But I was so keen to play with these girls, so that kind of ruined it. But I don't know. I'd have to say just getting drafted for the AFLW and getting into the regionals and states and all that. I think that'd be my pathway. So yeah.
Do you have a favourite AFLW player?
Probably Sophie Conaway. I love the way she kicks, and I think that she's always one step ahead of where the ball's going to be next. I think she knows like where the ball's going to be. So I think she's one of the best ever.
What does the sport of footy mean to you, and especially playing there at Sandgate?
Playing at Sandgate, since it's my first year, they've all been so welcoming. I think not just my team, the whole club. Like everyone's welcomed me and asked how I'm going there and everything. I think that people at Sandgate just love the sport, and even like the spectators that come and watch, they're not even their kids playing, they all just come and watch the game and just love the footy atmosphere. And I think Sandgate has the best history and is known for how like huge that club is, and it's just, I think playing footy for me there has been one of my best choices so far. Like I love just the atmosphere of the whole club, and they're all together, and just everyone's volunteering to do stuff. It's just amazing.
Now, what would be your advice to our listeners or viewers out there that should get involved in footy, especially down there at Sandgate?
Oh, come to Sandgate. Like, it's absolutely incredible there. Like, the food, yeah. But I would have to say, like, you'd love to get involved. There's a playground for the kids and everything. If your kids want to come along and have a kick out, I'll come down and we can have a kick together. We can kick some goals. And the coaching staff there has to be the best ever. They are absolutely incredible. We even swap coaches on some of the training sessions, and we get to know different drills and stuff. So if you're wanting to come to Sandgate, please do. So, yeah.
Now, have you convinced any of your former teammates at North Lakes to come across to Sandgate?
Oh, all of them. I think they'd like it better there. They're all getting older, and I think some may actually be coming next year. So, coming and staying in the under-15s with me.
Nice. Now, of course, I'll finish up with a couple of light-hearted questions. Now, before I do that, obviously the AFL Grand Final, luckily enough, is up in Queensland because of Melbourne's lockdown. Tell us, what did that mean to you when you heard that Brizzy got the Grand Final this year?
It was absolutely incredible. Like, I think so many people are going to be coming to the game. Hopefully we can go to the game. I think it's such a lucky opportunity for everyone. Like, since it's not done in like Melbourne anymore, people are like, the atmosphere down here is going to be huge. So instead of like I know people who have flown out of Brisbane just to go to Melbourne and watch the game. So I think they're excited for it.
Now let's talk a bit about light-hearted questions about your teammates. Firstly, who had the most embarrassing moment on the field this season, and what was it?
There's not just one. I think Indy, yeah. She always falls over. Always. She's just always falling over and tripping over feet. Even at training, she's just walking, she trips over. She's just, yeah, like 2 left feet, I swear. She's just crazy. Yeah.
Now, who's the comedian in the team?
Oh, I don't know. Probably Indy again. She's just, yeah, Indy's a character. She's funny as she just everything just turns into a joke. Like, it's just, she can never say serious. Like, she's always laughing, always just tripping over just makes everyone laugh. So and she does it naturally. Yeah.
Now, I know there's this thing called TikTok, so the question I'm going to ask you is, who's the best singer and dancer in the team?
Oh, the best? I don't know. It'd have to be everyone. Like, I think so. Before every game, we have a thing that we dance all the time. We bring music into the change rooms and we dance and sing, and we're the best, but we're the worst at the same time. Like, we're the worst dancers you'll ever see, but it pumps us up. Yeah. So yeah, it's just something we do.
Uh, uh, Now, leading up to my next question, which is, now you mentioned about bringing, the speakers in the rooms to hype yourselves up before a game. Who runs the playlist and what's the worst song on it?
Oh, so it's normally Lily Briggs, and she just listens to all this rap songs. I just can't. Like, let's bring some 2010s back, like some Usher and stuff. Like, she's got all this rap stuff, and there's lots of TikTok songs that we like. I mean, we're into those, and we listen to lots of Justin Bieber, Baby. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
Now, do you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
So it's not exactly pre-game, but so my first year of AFL, I wore number 32, and I went to the gala night and came fourth. And then the year after that, which was last year, I wore number 5, and I won the gala night. So now I have a superstition that number 5 is my lucky number. And yeah, I've just always worn it now. So hopefully pulls through another year.
Now, during the lockdown that you've had at the start of the year, did you do any challenges? And if so, what was there any best challenges that you did?
Not necessarily, but I did try and keep active. I did lots of running. I had a personal trainer that I went to twice a week, and we were doing some gym workouts just to keep my body moving and stuff. I was doing swimming towards the start of ISO until it came really cold, so I wasn't too keen on that. And then a couple of months ago, we put in a gym in my garage, so now I just go there and I work out there and create workouts there. So
just continue on the lockout theme. Is there a hidden talent that you didn't think you had, or did you try anything new?
I did a lot of binge watching on Netflix, but I knew that was a talent already. But no, not necessarily. No, I don't think I did. I think I just kept to my usual schedule. Like, I did sleep in a lot. I didn't know I could sleep in. That's it. I didn't know I could sleep in. Like when we had online school too, I didn't know I could sleep in. Like, I'd sleep in till like 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. 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 So, but no, I didn't think I did anything different besides that.
Because I didn't expect you to say that about sleeping in.
Yeah.
Now, we'll finish off with this one last one. Now, we mentioned about, embarrassing moments on the field. Is there any silly or funny moments that's ever happened in your team this year? Just are they at training at all?
So I don't know if you think it's funny, but the whole team thought it was. So before our game, once we warmed up, one of the girls on my team named Kendra, she was walking back to the change rooms, and she slips and falls over on her wrist. and she didn't even get to play. And yeah, like just before the game, and she wasn't even able to play. So she was out for 2 weeks. Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to treat that.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't funny at the time, but I guess you can now.
Yeah, we can laugh now. I mean, it's all done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Izzy, thank you so much for joining us. It's awesome having you on the show. Obviously, from all of us here at Smash FM, we want to wish your team all the best for the next 2 weeks, and obviously grand final in 3 weeks' time. We're right behind you. So hopefully you can go all the way and complete the undefeated season and with a premiership, and can't wait to hopefully come up to Queensland and watch you play in person.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Yeah, hopefully we can come out with the win. But thank you for having me on the show.
No worries. And that's Izzy there, joins from the Sandgate under 15 girls team. Of course, we'll put up the details on their last 2 games of the home and away season before the grand final. And of course, you can come out and watch the Mighty Hawks in action in the 2020 season. There's more on the Smash Sport Show right after this. Don't go away here on Lockdown Wednesday.